Picked up there by Delaney Moon. Moon going to swing it back outside to Pedix once again. She gains that midfield line, steps up, and has possession for Steamboat. Nice through ball here from Pedix. And Garcia again forced to slide out this time and make a play at that one. Izzy Rillos in the vicinity. A good-looking ball from Kelly Pedix. Garcia, though, knocks it down, and she'll punt this one away. Big booming kick from Audrey Garcia. Falls at the feet of Tori Fugatti, and Fugatti just sends it to the back line. Nice job winning that one out of the air and settling on one touch. Here's Izzy Rillos now up that right wing, but out of bounds as it caught a few too many of the outside laces on her right leg. Now it's going to be worked into play once again on a throw-in. Kick to the back line. Audrey Garcia is going to have this inside of her own 6. Can't pick it up as it was sent to her by one of her own defenders. And here come the Lady Rangers trying to attack this near wing once more. Nice job from Reese, stepping into a lane, gets it upfield to Lucy Wilson. She gets around pressure, sends it to her back line once more. Sloan Russell has it there. Steamboat looking to attack, and they will try that far wing once more as they switch the pitch to Kelly Pedix. And Pedix with some fancy footwork gets away from one defender, but the pass intercepted, and the Lady Rangers are away once again. This is going to be Ann Devine. Devine didn't have any assistance upfield, and so she sent a pass to nobody, goes across that far sideline, throwing coming again for Steamboat, and a chance at possession once more for your Sailors. Drobik couldn't control initially, gets a second effort at it, gives it to Pedix, upfield looking there for Sophie Leeson, couldn't connect. Taken back by the Lady Rangers, only for a moment. Nice tackle there from Sophie Leeson. She turns a corner, tries to send it up the near sideline, and Rochelle Coley just ran out of gas there. She tried to chase it down. And so it'll be another throw-in here for the Lady Rangers, this time from this near sideline, deep in their own territory. 28-25 left, still scoreless from Lewis Palmer High School. Lady Rangers and your Steamboat Sailors playing a tight game. The Sailors have the better of the field position so far. And we are in the process of getting that link up for you. Here's a long ball. Shot to goal! Sydney Graham sends one home from 10 yards beyond the top of the 18. Nice job from Graham as she just let one fly with the right leg. And it kind of was just in that awkward spot for the goaltender there, as Audrey Garcia didn't really know whether to come out and play that one out of the air or to let it hop once, and she opted to let it hop, but it gets away from her, and it's a 1-0 game. Your Steamboat Sailors on top with 27:56 left here in first half play. As I was saying, though, we are working on getting that link posted so you're able to watch online. Bear with us, please. As this ball now, once again in play. Sydney Graham, your goal scorer. 1-0 lead for the Steamboat Sailors. They're right to left on the radio dial if you're just joining us here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM in their away red uniforms, white numbers. Throwing coming up just about 5 yards deep in the Lady Rangers half, and Lewis Palmer will have the throw. Easy toss. Going to be kicked out of bounds again. Nice job from Drobik getting in the lane there. And so deja vu play here from the far sideline. 27-14 to go. Your Steamboat Sailors on top 1-0 behind a Sydney Graham goal. And this time it hits off of a Lady Ranger and goes out. So Steamboat toss from that same far sideline, but a little deeper in Sailors territory. Going to be worked around. Lady Rangers take over once more. Trying to attack is Tori Fugatti. She comes up the near side with a nice pass. Lucy Wilson trying to challenge it away from Heather Parrish. And that turns into a possession for Steamboat for a moment, but it goes out of bounds as Sydney Graham tried to find Rochelle Coley. Too far for her. And a throw-in coming again. It's Heather Parrish to take this for the Lady Rangers. She throws one in, finds the foot of Devine, couldn't control though. Nice job from Steamboat. Sydney Graham had that and took it right away from Devine. Switches the pitch to Kelly Pedix. That was a little bit too far for her though. Couldn't settle it with the right leg. Throw-in coming now for the Lady Rangers. Lewis Palmer trying to find some offense. Right now they haven't had a lot of possession deep in Steamboat territory. I suppose they had the one opportunity from right down near the end line where they were battling for it, but never had enough control to even serve one into the box. Steamboat, in the meantime, has scored a goal. Sydney Graham has that first one for the Sailors. It's a 1-0 lead for the girls in red. Just under 26 minutes left. Big collision in the middle of the field there, and Rochelle Coley is going to get some words from the official. as she came together with Tori Fugati, and a free kick coming up here for the hometown Lewis Palmer squad. It looks as though they're going to have their right center back take this one. Lewis Palmer going to try and serve one into the box here, and it ends up dropping, and a nice job there from Delaney Moon. She read that one out of the air, as Chrysler's feed was a good one to the top of the 18, but knocked out by Moon. Here are the Lady Rangers once again at the midfield line. Worked back to Chrysler. She looks for her options and decides to switch the pitch to the near side. Heather Parrish has it there. And it looks as though we do have a link that is up. If you are listening, go to Brian Harvey's Facebook page, and you can click the link there. That's the only access that we had to post that link. So, again, go to Brian Harvey's Facebook page, and if you are trying to watch, you can click the link there and let all your friends know.
Can you look at Facebook if you don't have a login?
I don't know. Perhaps you could get the link and send it, click it there and send it to somebody maybe.
I'm not telling them.
We're on it. We're trying to get it done for you, so please bear with us. And again, go to Brian Harvey's Facebook page. You may be able to copy that link and send it to someone. I'm not 100% certain on that, but you can definitely try. 24:20 left. 1-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors here on KTYV, the radio, KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. It's going to be worked around by the Lady Rangers here in their own half. Nice challenge there from Sophie Leeson. Comes free, though, to a Lady Ranger. And a swing and a miss there from Alyssa Young, who was upset at herself. Now worked up this left wing. Rochelle Coley has a read on this ball. She's going to get a touch on it. Hit off of a defender there. Throw-in coming up for Steamboat. Rochelle Coley tosses one into the 18. Chested down by Sophie Leeson, and she's going to have a go at it. Hits off a defender and out of bounds, and so it will be the first corner kick of the day. Lucy Wilson will take this. Mind you, folks, Lucy Wilson served it up. Delaney Moon scored twice against Golden. 23 and a half minutes to go, and Wilson will serve it up from this near side. They're going to have 4 or 5 jerseys in the box on the far side. Rochelle Coley's a short option. And Wilson now puts the hand up and lets one fly. Audrey Garcia punches that one out. Headed away by Rochelle Coley. Hits off players. And another opportunity at a corner kick as that went off a defender last. So Steamboat with back-to-back opportunities at a set play here. With a 1-0 lead, your Sailors looking to extend on that as they, again, load the box up. It looks as though there's about 7 girls hovering around the 18. Here comes Wilson. She had to chase that ball down, settles it, and will just set one right on the end line there at that half moon, or quarter moon, I should say. 22:46 left. Wilson now surveys the field. She's going to let one fly. This is hard into the box, bouncing around, still in the 6. Shot by Coley, blocked off by Pedix. Here's a chance from Lucy Wilson, who just got a few too many laces under the ball and sent it just over the goal frame. But a good-looking play there from your Sailors. Again, they've really improved on their set plays here over the course of this season so far, which you would hope to, you'd expect, I suppose, as the season progresses, you get those opportunities to practice more and more. 22:14 left and ticking down. Your Sailors on top 1-0 here from Lewis Palmer High School. Sophie Leeson challenging. Ball comes free to a Lady Ranger. Worked up the near side to Marlise Bond. Bond now keeps it going, but a nice job stepping into the lane there by Holland Reese. And she'll kick one that hits off of Bond and comes up into the stands. And so a throw-in now for Steamboat. It's going to be Lucy Wilson who will take this for your Sailors. Wilson now tosses one in, finds Sophie Leeson, volleys it out of the air to the back line. Holland Reese tries to settle. Now she's going to force it over to Sydney Graham, back to Sloan Russell. Steamboat building from the back here. Up again to Drobick, and Drobick tries to get away from one girl. She does, loses the ball though, as it got away from her, and a nice job there from Riley Britton hustling that one down. Now comes into the middle of the field once more, battled for by Blake Allen, and she's going to try and send it back, hit off a Steamboat player as well, and Audrey Garcia will chase it down before the end line. And now we'll just kick one out to that far sideline once again. Intercepted, though. Nice job from Sydney Graham. She was able to get into another passing lane. Steamboat's done an excellent job of that, reading those passes from the Lady Rangers, who were trying for a few too many long balls, allowing for the Sailors to get in the way. Here's Delaney Moon on the far sideline as I was busy talking. Worked up to Drobic. Her pass to Pedix. Not going to connect, but here comes Delaney Moon again. She gives it to Pedix. Nice job here. The Sailors have some numbers to work with. Pedix with a nice touch on the ball. She's going to be able to chase this down. Looking to serve it in. Hits off a defender, and another corner kick for the Sailors. Great job from Kelly Pedix and Delaney Moon on that far sideline. With a good-looking play and a nice run from Pedix. Turns into an opportunity that's curtailed, but that transfers into another corner. Here comes Lucy Wilson from this left outside back slot. She's going to kick this one in for your Steamboat squad. Again, they load the box with 7. Here's Wilson. She'll serve this one, bending out to the back post, and it was headed down by Coley, but she wasn't able to get enough on it to direct it towards the goal. And again, the Lady Rangers forced to just clear this out of play. Your Steamboat Sailors have started off strong against this Lewis Palmer team as we tick down to under 20 minutes remaining in first half play. 1-0 lead for the girls in red. Wilson to throw this in for Steamboat. Toss comes to Leeson. Volleys it, looking for Graham. Intercepted by a defender. Nice job from Tori Fugatti getting in the way. Now Drobic gets in the lane for the Sailors. Ball is worked back and forth, ping-ponging between the teams, and it's eventually settled by Delaney Moon to Sophie Leeson. Upfield looking for Graham. Couldn't connect. Taken right back here by Blake Allen. Sends it back to her center back line, and eventually it's worked to that far sideline. Back to the middle of the pitch again. And the Lady Rangers try to attack. Lewis Palmer looking to streak it up this near sideline. Great job knocking it down from Lucy Wilson. Now it's worked outside. Here comes Wilson. Runs right into that ball. And Lucy Wilson is going to try and again get around the defender. She does. Serves one in low and hard. It's going to be settled, and a shot towards the goal by Kelly Pedix was slowed up by a defender. The Sailors, though, looking strong right now to start things off in this first half. 18:51 left and ticking down. A 1-0 lead for Steamboat here from Lewis Palmer High School. Want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, Yampa Valley Bank, and Alpine Lumber, all proud supporters of Sailors Athletics here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also, Steamboat Dental Center, dentistry designed for you. Visit Dr. Whitty and the team or check them out online at steamboatdentalcenter.com. If you're looking to watch this game, again, just to let you know, the link is posted to Brian Harvey's Facebook page. I haven't heard whether or not it works to send that link to somebody.
It's not streaming.
It's
on there, but it's not.
It's not streaming.
That's the last I heard. I'm going to look on mine right now.
Well, we'll work with something at halftime and see if we can fix it up. I am just a one-man band out here, so bear with us. 18 minutes to go and ticking down in this first stanza. It's going to be a 1-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors as Lewis Palmer will have the throw from the far sideline. And again, Steamboat's just getting in the way of these passes, whether it be a throw-in or passes along the pitch. Steamboat's done an excellent job of reading them all day long to start things off. Here's another opportunity. Sophie Leeson chipped through a little bit too much on it. Garcia gathers it in, top of the 18 here, and she's just going to punt one away. Lets it fly. Caught a little bit of the inside of her foot. Knocked down for a moment by Drobic. They're going to say incidental hand contact, and now it is a handball. 2 in a row there for Drobic, and eventually it'll be whistled down. Free kick coming up for Lewis Palmer. Chrysler is going to step in to take this for the Lady Rangers. Izzy Rillos marking up on her. Chrysler sends one up the field, and that is going to get over the shoulder there of Sloan Russell. Taken by Delaney Moon. Moon has it. It's working?
It's working on mine.
It's working. It's working.
Click the link, obviously. On Facebook.
Sydney Graham is going to take this. Everything's a link. The thing I'm interested in is if you can click on it and then copy it and send it to someone else. That'll be interesting. Here's Drobic. Work to the outside. Link is working. That's what we have established. Just make sure you click on it off of Brian Harvey's Facebook page. 16 and a half minutes left here in first half play. 1-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. It was Sydney Graham who was able to strike just about 13 minutes in. I'm estimating that. I'm not very good at math, so bear with me on that. Here's a chance. Izzy Rillos couldn't quite get the shot off. Comes outside. Graham steps into it. Now it's taken by Leeson, who just fires it back to Sloan Russell. And Russell trying to get away from a plethora of defenders there, and she was just swarmed. Lost the ball. Delaney Moon will chase it down back in her own half of play. progresses it further to Eden Reese. And if I'm not mistaken, this might be Reese's first touch on the ball here today outside of the warm-ups. Gets it up now to Sloan Russell. You never want to jinx it. I'll knock on some wood here, but, man, Steamboat's playing pretty well right now in a matinee matchup. Maybe they just like going before the JV girls. I'm not sure. 15:40 left. 1-0 lead. Ball's worked up again. What's that?
JV already played. They won. Different field.
See, I'm wrong. So
they won. You're right.
It was a 1-0 game. JV beat Lewis Palmer. They were just playing at a different pitch. Palmer Ridge was playing against Niwot earlier here at this one. So, again, I was busy talking. It's crazy how that works out when you're a glorified parrot. Out of bounds it goes on the far sideline. Throwing coming up for the Lady Rangers. 15 minutes to go and change here in the first half of play. And our first substitution for either squad. Checking into the game is Megan Penrose for the girls in white. Here's Lucy Wilson. Challenged from behind. Lost the ball. Worked upfield. Taken for a moment by Cook. She gives it back. Now a little through ball. Opportunity for Lewis Palmer all alone. Sliding out. It's going to be an offsides. Would not have counted. So I did not hear what that official just said. I thought that initially that was an offsides that brought it back.
That coach was mad. He explained who was off.
Indeed it was.
Initially 3 and then 10.
So now it'll be Lewis Palmer ball again after Steamboat restarted it with a play. And a good tackle there from Leeson. Leeson with some fancy footwork gives it into Coley. Tried to return the feed. Sophie Leeson's in a foot race here. Not quite going to be able to chase it down. Heather Parrish with the wheels. Kicks it out of play, though, as Leeson was barreling down on her. And so we do have a throw-in from about 3 feet off that end line for Steamboat. Here comes Lucy Wilson. She's going to try and toss this into the 18. Battle for there. And the challenge eventually is won by Lewis Palmer, and the Lady Rangers are upfield again. It's going to be Adriana Cook. Turns, and her pass intercepted by Sydney Graham, but Graham had a bad one, and now here's another opportunity to break away. Lewis Palmer shot. That's off the crossbar. It stays out. Sloan Russell will take this ball and just clear it out the far sideline. What an opportunity. 2 breakaways in the last minute of play here. One was whistled back for an offside, but that was good from Riley Britton. A nice jump on the ball, throw-in coming up for the Lady Rangers. And so some signs of life here from Lewis Palmer, showing that they are that quick strike squad. Steamboat still has a 1-0 lead through it all, though, with just over 13 minutes to play in first half action. Now Izzy Rillos pulls through one girl, knocked the ball forward in the process, taken back by the Lady Rangers, kick to the Steamboat side. Drobic has a go at it. She can't get it upfield. Worked back again by the Lady Rangers. They'll try and switch the pitch to the near side. It gets away, though, from Marlise Bond. Bond, though, chases it down. That did go out of play. Throw in for Steamboat now. Wilson will take this, looking for Leeson. I think that hit off a defender again, so it should be a Steamboat ball once more. Lucy Wilson from just in front of her own bench. Looks as though Vargas, Ludwig, my apologies, is warming up here for the girls in red. Leeson checks off. And on comes Autumn Graham. So they'll shift the numbers around. Delaney Moon has moved into that midfield slot. Autumn Graham occupies the right outside back position. And it looks as though Ludwig is warming up here for Steamboat. Ball once again cleared out. Sailors have yet another throw-in. I think this is the 4th one in the last 30 seconds of play. Tossed into Coley. Rochelle Coley battles. And once more, it'll be worked to Lucy Wilson. Tries to get away from a defender. Turns a corner. Lost the ball as Bond was able to play that one when she was on the turf. And it'll be coming free again. Opportunity. Chip through. Another breakaway chance. That one, though, knocked down as Eden Reese got out to play to the top of her 18. So right now, the Lady Rangers finding some success up the middle of the pitch with these opportunities that threw balls as they've really woken up in the last few minutes. Steamboat has gotten away from a few different chances. Lucy Wilson came in and played that ball, and the girl goes down. That's Tori Fugati. And that was... There was some chirping from the near sideline, and the folks wanted to have some words with the official, but Fugati was just in a perilous position as she had gone for that ball. Lucy Wilson, no harm on that one, no foul. Should be a Steamboat ball, but for right now, a quick little timeout, injury timeout. Hopefully Fugatti's all right. We're going to step back to the studio for 30 seconds and be back with more. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9, Sports on FM, online as well at steamboatradio.com. Today you have to go via Facebook, Brian Harvey's Facebook post. You just go ahead and click that link and you should be, as Harv would say, cooking with gas. We'll be back with more. This is Steamboat Sailors Girls Soccer right here on 98.9. You just go ahead and click that link and you should be, as Harv would say, cooking with gas. We'll be back with more. This is Steamboat Sailors Girls Soccer right here on 98.9.
Hi, I'm Joanna Allison with Allstate. My husband Brett and I are excited to bring Allstate Insurance to the Yampa Valley. We are so fortunate to live in this amazing place and want to help you protect all that's good in your life. Brett and I are here to provide local insurance advice and help customize an insurance plan that meets your needs. Stop by the Allison Allstate Agency in Steamboat on 5th Street, right across from Mahogany Ridge for a free quote, or Google us at Allstate Steamboat. We are a proud supporter of the Steamboat Sailors.
Back with you here, sorry. Back with you here, and Fugatti is worse for wear. I'm hoping that she didn't just blow a knee. There weren't too many yells from the fans, but there was some like, oh, come on, ref, and it's a little upsetting because Fugatti placed herself in that. She was chasing it down and just kind of in an awkward spot when Lucy Wilson came to challenge. I really hope she's all right, though. She is not putting any pressure right now on that right leg. And she's a senior midfielder here for this Lewis Palmer squad.
Keelan feels for it right now.
Getting some help off from the coaching staff and the athletic trainer here. Here's to hoping that she is all right. Never like to see that, especially here in high school sports. And from a senior. We had one that experienced that, Keelan Vargas. Hopefully she'll be back for that last little push towards the playoffs. Steamboat warming up. Tegan Ludwig here. She'll be taking the pitch for your Steamboat Sailors. They all kind of come off to the sideline during that break, so I'm not 100% sure who she is going to replace.
Sloan.
Is it Sloan?
Nope, Sloan's there. No, Sloan.
Looks as though Sloan Russell will check off and take a quick little breather, have some water, and be good to go here once we resume play. 11:22 left in first half action. 1-0 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors on top. Want to thank the Allison Agency with Allstate, proud to ensure victory for the Sailors and serve the Yampa Valley for all your insurance needs, as well as Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000 and ask for the Locals Connection discount. Also, Chris Puckett of the Downtown Edward Jones office. Call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Ball's going to be taken on the near side by Lewis Palmer. Worked up. Lady Rangers have it. Swung to the outside. Here's Bond. She's got an overlap play. Opts instead for a long little through ball. And it's going to be headed forward. Opportunity here. Foot race. It's Adriana Cook who's trying to cut away, but a great job from Ludwig, who had just come onto the field. And she makes an immediate impact on the game with a nice defensive play against Cook. It does go off Ludwig last, however, so a corner kick coming up for Lewis Palmer. One of the toughest things to defend here, corner kicks and set plays that are inside, 10 yards, 15 yards of that 30 or that 18 box. Subbing in is Moira Hilton. And Hilton will be the one to take this from this near side corner. Steamboat again, right to left on the radio dial. Hilton serves up a beautiful ball right to the top of the 6. Foot race here now, and Coley turns it away with the left foot. And it will go out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Lewis Palmer. But a good job clearing that one. Moira Hilton with a nice little service off of that corner kick. Worked right to the back line again. We're up and running now. The link is posted on our website, so you can go to steamboatradio.com and it will direct you to today's game. So we're back to running at 100% here. Just under 10 minutes to go in first half action. 1-0 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors are on top in this one. It was a goal from Sydney Graham about 13 minutes in. Steamboat's going to build from the back here as it's given to the outside, and Tegan Ludwig works it up to Pedix. Kelly Pedix turns it outside. Nice overlap play from, is that Wilson who's on that right outside back position now? No, Audrey Graham. Autumn Graham.
Sydney's sister.
I'm all over the place here. If I didn't have Michelle up here helping me out, I don't know what I'd do. Lucy Wilson has this. Works it to Drobick along further now to Holland Reese.
Swing it.
Looking and decides to switch the pitch up to Graham, back to Reese. Reese now upfield to Kelly Pedix. Pedix can control with the left leg. Goes out of bounds. Throw and coming now for Lewis Palmer. 8:42 left in first half play. Toss comes in. It's going to be knocked down by Moira Hilton. Hilton gives it up now to Riley Britton, and Britton has really displayed some high-end speed here on a couple different opportunities. Britton was the one who had the crossbar denier earlier, just a few minutes ago. Worked upfield by Steamboat. Nice defensive play turned that way by Pedix. It's going to be taken by Lewis Palmer. They'll work into the middle of the field. Nice job, though. Rillos again tackles the ball free. Gives it back to Sydney Graham. Upfield now to Drobick. Made a play at it with the outside of her right foot. Comes back to Sydney Graham. Graham now outside to her sister Autumn. And Autumn's going to try and work it up to Delaney Moon. Couldn't get a hold of that one. Taken back by the Lady Rangers. And they will work one upfield, but Tegan Ludwig knocks it down. Gives it right outside to Autumn Graham. Works it into Sydney. Sydney and Autumn now overlap each other, and Sydney's at the outside of that far sideline. Or just at that far sideline, sorry. With the ball, works it into Tegan Ludwig. Progresses it as the Sailors switch the pitch. A little misplay from Holland Reese. Ball comes free. It's going to be taken and fired up by Holland Reese, who then corrects her earlier mistake. Now Delaney Moon. Outside to Drobick. Drobick into the middle of the pitch. Nice little ball there. Drobick now works it to Izzy Rillos. Taken back, though, by the Lady Rangers. Nice job challenging by Drobick once more. Ball worked out of bounds. Throwing coming up for Steamboat just in front of the Lewis Palmer bench. Lucy Wilson takes it. Finds Holland Reese right away at the midfield line. Chip through ball looking for Pedix. Gets away from her initially. Nice tackle, though. Kelly Pedix gets it upfield. She was looking for Rillos. That ball is not quite going to have enough on it as Audrey Garcia has legs to get out there. She chases it down and scoops it up with 6:50 to play in this first half, and will punt one away from the top of her 18. Hops once, comes into the offensive half for the girls in white. Long ball, initially knocked down by the back there of a Lewis Palmer player. Good job from Ludwig getting back. Opportunity, and Reese dives from right to left to stop that. Riley Britton, though, has some speed, and she has really been able to break out and get away from some defenders for Steamboat, and has the best of the opportunities so far for Lewis Palmer here today. Another long ball. That's going to be into the 18, harmlessly. Eden Reese, with plenty of time, will just pick that up and march out to the top of her 18 and punt one away herself. Big booming kick there from Eden Reese. Knocked down by a Lewis Palmer player. Heather Parrish works it upfield. Up this near sideline. Trying to turn the Jets on is Ann Devine, but she can't quite get there before it crosses the sideline. So a throw-in coming for Steamboat. Lucy Wilson will take it for the Sailors. Lucy tosses in, finds Holland Reese. Holland looks upfield, fakes it, and gives it back to Lucy Wilson. Wilson up the near sideline. She'll turn the Jets on and gives it in to Drobick. Drobick now didn't give it back to her. Had the option. Instead goes to Sydney Graham. Tried to turn it over to that far wing. Couldn't find her sister. Intercepted. And here comes Lewis Palmer once more. Chip through opportunity. It's going to go into the 18, and Eden Reese is out there to play it. Nice job from the Sailors keeper. 5:15 to go here in the first half. Battled for by Rillos, but it goes over her head. Taken by Steamboat, though. There's Kelly Pedix. Gives it to Rillos. Rillos cuts back now and gives it off to Sydney Graham. Taken by the Lady Rangers. They try and work it near side to Devine. Devine gives it to Heather Parrish. Parrish on an overlap play. Fires it upfield. Couldn't quite connect with Adriana Cook. Battled for now by Lucy Wilson. Taken by Devine for a moment. Gives it to her back line. Ellie Chrysler has some assistance as well. It smells like popcorn. 4.5 minutes left in this first half of play. Want to thank UC Healthy Yampa Valley Medical Center, helping you get back to full strength when you're feeling short-handed. Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more. Offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Looks as though Rillos is done with her first half of play.
Sophie went back in.
Sophie Leeson checks back into the game for your Steamboat squad. Drobic has the ball, works it up nicely to Delaney Moon. Moon fakes it outside to Petix, instead turns it to the middle of the circle there to Drobic again. Stumbles over a player, ball comes free, and it's going to be swung to this near side. Lucy Wilson takes it. Her first touch, though, got away from her. Taken back by the Lady Rangers. Here comes Devine. Challenged immediately by Drobic. Ball ends up in the possession of Steamboat once again. Your Sailors right to left here for the next 3:42. Here comes Wilson. Wilson again up this near sideline. She's one-on-one. Going to try and get through. Nice play from Wilson and fakes it. Now she'll go to try and put it in play, but a good effort there from Heather Parrish defensively. Here's Sydney Graham now. Swings it outside. Rochelle Coley going to try and turn the Jets on. Almost gets there, but no, can't quite control. She had reached the ball before the sideline, but couldn't quite position her body to keep it in play. Throw-in coming now for Lewis Palmer. 3:13 left and ticking down. 1-0 the score. Your Steamboat Sailors on top behind a Sydney Graham goal earlier in this first half. Parrish now is directed back by the officials to just a few feet off the end line. She wants some movement off the ball. Sends one up this near sideline. Bounces around. Wilson's there. Sends it nicely to Drobic. Drobic with space. Swings it outside. Couldn't connect with Kelly Petix. Just a little bit too long to go on that pass. And it was read and intercepted by a Lady Ranger defender. Now kicked out of play by the girls in white. Throw in far sideline. Petix to take it. She finds Delaney Moon. Moon spins away from a defender. Gives it to the back line. Tegan Ludwig has it there. She'll go up and find Sydney Graham with a quick pass. Now to Drobic. And Drobic couldn't quite wrangle that one in. Worked to Devine for the Lady Rangers into the middle of the field here. Nice challenge from behind from Sophie Leeson. Ball works its way free into the big circle, taken by the Lady Rangers, and they will attack with speed up that left wing. Touch to the middle of the field once more, but a great job getting back, as that was Autumn Graham who was able to get it away from Riley Britton and curtail that opportunity. Now it's going to be a throw-in deep here in Steamboat territory for the girls in white. 2 minutes left in this first half of play. 1-0 the score. Sailors are on top here from Don Breese District 38 Stadium. Throw-in comes. It's going to be challenged for. Bond has it. Comes free. Nice job heading it out. I think that was Autumn Graham once again. And then cleared along the side, or over the end line. And Lewis Palmer was trying to say that should be a corner kick, as the officiating crew stating it went off of a Lewis Palmer player.
Kelly even told him it went off her.
Ball is restarted. Kelly Petix tried to explain that it did in fact go off her, but officials weren't having any of it. They wanted Steamboat to have the ball. And I guess we can't complain, being that we are, a Steamboat radio station. Worked up field now, and a chip through, knocked down by Wilson. Lucy Wilson trying to battle for this, getting away from the pressure put on by Devine. Stops again, and we'll just body her off. Nice job there from Wilson with the body position. Now Drobic fighting for it, trying to get it away from Morgan Hallenkamp, and Hallenkamp able to fight her off. Shoulder to shoulder, players challenging. Ball comes free to a Steamboat possession. Work to the middle of the field. There's Sydney Graham. Graham gets it up to Kelly Petix. One touch in the middle of the field. There's Moon. Delaney Moon going to try and turn up field, but she can't quite get there. Slowed down by Hannah Breedlove. And Breedlove gets over again and clears it out of the danger area. But nice looking development from Steamboat. Toss comes in. Sailors have it. Kelly Petix steps up, makes a play at it. Taken back, though, by the girls in white. And once again, it's Riley Britton. Britton up that left wing. Gathered in, and here comes some numbers for this Lewis Palmer squad, but eventually Bond turned it upfield, tried to get a through ball, and it's gathered in by Eden Reese. We've come to the end of half number one. Your Steamboat Sailors on top 1-0 after the first 40 minutes. We will be back for the second half of action. This is your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV, 98.9 Sports on FM and online at steamboatradio.com. Be back for the second half of action. This is your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV, 98.9 Sports on FM and online at steamboatradio.com.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
I'm Tegan Ludwig, and I'm a senior at SSHS. I'm number 2. I play defense. I've been playing since I was 5. I also like to ski and sail. I don't know where I want to go to college, possibly CU Boulder. I don't think I'll play competitively in college. In 10 years, I don't know where I'll be. I'm just living in the moment. Outside of school, I'm also involved in a lot of clubs and volunteer work. My favorite subject in school is science or sociology. My favorite movie is Interstellar because I want to be an astronaut. Next summer, I'm going to be spending as much time as I can with my friends before I leave for my gap year. My goals for this season are to have a successful season with a lot of wins for everyone to be really close. My goals for life are to be happy. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is the support from the community. I'm Tegan Ludwig, I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Sports-related dental injuries account for more than 600,000 ER visits each year. If your child is playing a sport and not wearing a mouth guard, they are 60 times more likely to suffer harm to their teeth. Steamboat Dental Center offers custom-fit mouth guards made from an exact model of your child's teeth. They are effective, comfortable, easy to clean, and also cheaper than a visit to the ER. Call Steamboat Dental Center today and receive half off a custom mouth guard. SteamboatDentalCenter.com. Go Sailors!
Sports on FM. This is 98.9 KTYV. Steamboat Springs.
She was like 6% of people have hernia after tonsils, and do you think that was it's like
The Steamboat Sailors are in the air. This is 98.9 KTYV, bringing you Steamboat Sailors Soccer. Sponsored by Doc's Auto Clinic,
Yampa Valley Bank,
Alpine Lumber,
Mountain View Car Wash,
Steamboat Dental Center,
and Chris Bucket with Edward Jones.
Get on SteamboatRadio.com and watch the game live. Check out the complete schedule while you're there. Steamboat Sailors Soccer. It was also brought to you by Steamboat Ace Hardware,
Allstate Insurance, the Allison Agency,
UC Health Yampa Valley Medical Center,
Russell's Auto Salon,
and Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. Our sponsors support the sailors, so return the favor and support our sponsors. Steamboat Sailors Soccer! Only on 98.9 KTYV and SteamboatRadio.com.
Let's go, sailors. Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall's upon us this time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Doc from Doc's Auto Clinic. When your car isn't feeling well, head over to Doc for above and beyond customer satisfaction and the most expert service around. The techs at Doc are ASC certified and go the extra mile to give you the peace of mind you need to know your vehicle is safe. We take care of you and your family by taking care of your car. We are located just past Moose on the west end of town off of Elk River Road. Doc's Auto Clinic, proud to support the Steamboat Sailors.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
I'm Sloan Russell, and I'm a sophomore in Steamboat Springs High School. My number is 24, and I play defense. I've been playing high school soccer for 2 years now, and I also like to dance. I'd like to go to college at CU or Colorado School of Mines. I'm thinking about playing soccer in college. in 10 years, I would like to be maybe coaching soccer. Outside of school, I'm involved in sewing and piano. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite movie is Lilo and Stitch because I love Disney. Next summer, I plan to coach at camps in Denver and play soccer. My goals for this season are to just improve myself as a player individually and help my team to win. My goals for life are to get a good education and be an engineer. What I remember most about being a sailor is the family that comes with being part of a team. My name is Sloan Russell. I am a sophomore in Steamboat Springs High School, and I am proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where you won't get a penalty for having a dirty car.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
From Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
Hi, my name is Sydney Graham, and I'm a sophomore at Steamboat High School. My number is 7. I play midfield, and I've been playing for about 10 years. I enjoy playing badminton, and I love to ski. I would like to go to college in the East Coast. I will most likely be playing in college. I see myself in 10 years being a successful person, enjoying life, and not regretting anything. Outside of school, I'm also involved in eating food and driving my truck. My favorite subject in school is math, because I like the challenge. My favorite movie is Dazed and Confused because I think it would be fun to live in the 70s and have a good time. Next summer, I will be going to concerts and traveling over Colorado, camping and hiking. My goals for this season are to be a competitive team and lead our team to playoffs. My goals in life are to become either a physical therapist or a doctor and travel the world. What I will remember most about being a sailor is the environment we create for one another and the fun we have together. My name is Sydney Graham. I'm a sophomore, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Steamboat Ace is your go-to place for everything you need for your home. Bridget here from Steamboat Ace, and we aren't just paint and power tools. Ace has a great pet section to keep your furry friend happy and healthy. A fun toy section stocked with items for all ages to make the perfect gift. Beautiful housewares, cookware, candles, and more to decorate and add beautiful style to your table. Stop into Steamboat Ace, proud to support your Steamboat sailors, and see all that we have for your home. Steamboat Ace, the helpful all your home needs place.
Small emergencies, scrapes, sprains, and stitches, they're bound to happen. You deserve quick care from trusted physicians. At UC Health Yampa Valley Medical Center, our emergency care team is here for you and your loved ones. The board-certified physicians at YVMC are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get you in and out the door quickly. You'll experience the same safe and high-quality care you've come to expect at YVMC, now with smaller prices for life's small emergencies. Yampa Valley Medical Center, now part of the UC Health family.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
I'm Tegan Ludwig, and I'm a senior at SSHS. I'm number 2. I play defense. I've been playing since I was 5. I also like to ski and sail. I don't know where I want to go to college, possibly CU Boulder. I don't think I'll play competitively in college. In 10 years, I don't know where I'll be. I'm just living in the moment. Outside of school, I'm also involved in a lot of clubs and volunteer work. My favorite subject in school is science or sociology. My favorite movie is Interstellar because I want to be an astronaut. Next summer, I'm going to be spending as much time as I can with my friends before I leave for my gap year. My goals for this season are to have a successful season with a lot of wins and for everyone to be really close. My goals for life are to be happy. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is the support from the community. I'm Tegan Ludwig. I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Sports-related dental injuries account for more than 600,000 ER visits each year. If your child is playing a sport and not wearing a mouthguard, they are 60 times more likely to suffer harm to their teeth. Steamboat Dental Center offers custom-fit mouthguards made from an exact model of your child's teeth. They are effective, comfortable, easy to clean, and also cheaper than a visit to the ER. Call Steamboat Dental Center today and receive half off a custom mouthguard. SteamboatDentalCenter.com. Go Sailors!
Sports on FM. This is 98.9 KTYV. Steamboat Springs.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Don Breese District 38 Stadium, just out front of Lewis Palmer High School. Your Steamboat Sailors have a 1-0 lead over the hometown Lewis Palmer Lady Rangers, as we're just about set for the second half of play. Trying to figure out a Lewis Palmer record here coming into today's game. Seeing if we might be able to find that for you, so bear with us. Right now, though, the only record that matters is that 1-0 score up on the clock. Your Steamboat Sailors got the goal from Sidney Graham. The first 20 minutes of play seemed to kind of be dominated by your Steamboat squad. They had the better of the possessive numbers, and really it was a field position battle that seemed to really be in Steamboat's favor. They were down in the offensive half more so than not, which is generally a pretty good determiner as to what team is doing what. I can't find it. I'm sorry. It's not coming up for me.
Where do you look?
I was trying to find it on Max Preps.
Yeah, right.
But it didn't happen. Apologies. Shout out to Mike Pedix. He's listening in from Steamboat, as well as Keith Wilson. I think he's also tuned in here. Jessica Ludwig is also listening. Of course, the Salyers are tuned in as well.
I'll text Michelle because you announced.
And yeah, we're getting text messages up here in the press box. So. Hello to everyone listening. You're also tuned in online at steamboatradio.com. We've got everything resolved there, so you can definitely follow the link to today's matchup. Your Steamboat Sailors donning their away red uniforms, white numbers, and they are going to be left to right on the radio dial here in the second half of play. A 1-0 lead for Steamboat on a Sidney Graham goal. Not exactly sure what kind of celebration and pump up this is. Lucy Wilson, the hype gal down there, I don't know. Sailors break the huddle, though, and it looks as though they have switched the goalie. Josie Foote comes in for your Steamboat Sailors as a freshman goalkeeper.
What? Caroline LaPorte.
Is that?
Caroline LaPorte, definitely.
That's what I thought, too, but then
The number?
I just read numbers.
Jersey. I think when she's goalie. Oh, no, that's for JV, though. I don't know.
Is it?
She may not have a shirt. Does she have?
That is Caroline LaPorte. I'm going to just believe Michelle. She knows what she's talking about.
I know Caroline.
Hasn't led me astray yet. So Caroline LaPorte, your keeper here for half number 2 for the Steamboat Sailors. Riley Hodges is checked in this starting lineup for this second half as well. Here comes Steamboat. It's Drobick leading the charge. Going to try and go up the field. Ball stops. Almost was able to chase it down again. And that 50-50 ends up carrying off of a defender for the Lady Rangers. It looks as though we've got a Lewis Palmer team that's 2-3-1 as of Wednesday. Comes to the near side. Hits off of Steamboat's Riley Hodges. Sent to that back line. It looks as though that's Kara Stanhope on the far side as well, or is that still Lucy?
That's still Lucy.
That is. I thought I saw Stanhope out there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. This isn't hockey, Michelle. I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. 38:53 left. 1-0 the score here. Your Steamboat Sailors are on top. And a throw-in coming up for the Lady Rangers from the far sideline. Bounces around between the teams. Alyssa Young sends it towards that 18, cleared out by Steamboat. And here's Delaney Moon fighting for it, far sideline. And now here's Delaney with a lane to go. She's going to pass one up to Sophie Leeson. Touches it up to Rochelle Coley. A good-looking development play here for Steamboat. Coley serves one into the box. It comes down to Kelly Pedix. Settles and can't get around the defender. Pedix, though, chases it down. Tries to turn the corner. It's tackled away from her, though, and it'll be cleared up and out. I think that hit off of Pedix. And the refs again saying that was just right out off of a Lewis Palmer player. So here's a throw coming from the near side. It's going to be Hodges. Tosses one in. Battled for by Pedix in the 18. Tackled away from her, though, by Ellie Chrysler. And Chrysler turns one upfield, and a handball called against Sydney Graham, I believe. Or was there a foul behind the play? They're bringing it back, so it must have been a foul. Okay. Free kick coming up here. Chrysler's going to take it for Lewis Palmer. Lofts one upfield. Taken down by Sydney Graham. Battled for by Drobick. And now it will be pushed to the back line again. Chrysler has it. Gives it over to her right center back. And here comes Sophie Leeson challenging. Goes shoulder to shoulder there with Megan Penrose. And Penrose went down. It's still pretty chilly out there, so the falls just seem to be a little bit harder when it's cold outside. It'll be worked by Steamboat, though. Taking this is Delaney Moon. Fancy footwork here from Moon. Then she goes toe-to-toe with Chrysler, who ends up with the ball. And now the Lady Rangers trying to attack here. Steamboat in the second half of play, left to right on the radio dial. Nice jump on the ball by Drobick. Drobick now tries to swing it outside to Kelly Pedix. Pedix is going to be able to chase it down. She gets there, keeps it in play. Tried to serve one up into the box, out off a defender. And they're going to say throw in here, just about a foot or two off of the end line. 36-26 left. 1-0 score. Steamboat on top. And are they going to give it... Now they're saying it is a corner kick, so fortuitous little change there from the officiating crew. And Lucy Wilson steps in to take it from the near corner. Keeps this one low. Bounces free. Chance at the back for Delaney Moon, who couldn't get a shot to go. She doesn't misfire very much from that position. Lady Rangers get away with one. Now Holland Reese tied up with the defender there, and it goes off of Reese last. So a throw-in coming up for Lewis Palmer. Good-looking play again. Right now, neither team are having great control on those low services, and so it's a good option to keep it low and hard as long as you have numbers in the box. 35-38 left. 1-0 lead for Steamboat, left to right here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. A nice interception again. Getting into the lane there for Steamboat, it was Drobick. Comes free, though. Nice tackle right off of her possession from Breedlove. Into the top of the 18. Opportunity from a shot. Blocked down. Nice defense there as Hodges comes up with the ball. Tried to get it out and needed help from Ludwig. She'll get it to Graham. Served up the field now to Kelly Pedix. Pedix at the midfield line. Tries to get around a defender. Good job, though, on her. And then Pedix knocks down Sabrina Untal. Foul and a free kick. Sideline official on this near side saying, hey, you need to calm down a little bit there. It's going to be Chrysler to kick this one off. 50-50 comes to Sydney Graham. Knocked one forward with the head. Couldn't get Delaney Moon. And then it'll be out of bounds. Heather Parrish knocked it off of a Steamboat defender. I think that's Lucy Wilson playing that left outside back right now for the Sailors. So that Wilson and Moon combination has moved to the left side. A shot coming in on goal, stopped by Lepori, and she trots out to, and it ends up just throwing this one upfield to Hodges. So did Caroline play in Eagle Valley the second half? Here comes Drobick. She's going to try and come up and serves one into the box. Nice job from Chrysler knocking it down. Kelly Pedix fighting for it, though. Chrysler forced to turn one upfield, and Pedix went down there Hops back up. Here's Drobick with it. To the middle of the field. Settled by Moon. Gets away from a defender. Delaney Moon lets one fly. Blocked down by Lewis Palmer. Clearing attempt. We cut short by the foot of Sydney Graham. Worked up to the near side. Here's Pedix. Serves one into the box. Audrey Garcia there. Nice job, though, from Pedix. She was looking for Sophie Leeson, and Leeson almost got a touch on it there. Audrey Garcia, though, the better on that one. Now it's going to be a big booming kick. It gets by Lucy Wilson, taken by Bond. She turns it upfield. Can't connect there with Adriana Cook, taken back by Steamboat, and the Sailors work it up the field. Now Drobick's going to settle with the right leg and finds Sophie Leeson. One-touch play outside to Pedix. She goes with the right leg, fires up the right wing, and Drobick's going to try and turn the Jets on here. Drobick now looking to move into the 18 with this one, shoulder to shoulder with a Lewis Palmer player, works it free, and it'll be taken by Drobick once again. Trying to give it back to Hodges. Bounces around off players. They're going to say it touches off a Steamboat Sailor last, and so throw-in coming up for Lewis Palmer. Just 32:46 left in this game. 1-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors, and the official now waving them back, saying that went out quite a bit backwards from where you're trying to throw it in. Riley Britton trying to get it on the ensuing toss. They say that it stayed in bounds. And now it'll be taken here by Adriana Cook again. Chipped through here from Cook, trying to find Bond. Bond, though, or at least Bond, not one of the quicker players on the field here. And when you're going up against Lucy Wilson, you better have some jets because she is fast.
You asked me somebody half in my half?
What's that?
You asked me.
Oh, yeah, Eagle Valley. Was Caroline playing the second one in Eagle Valley then?
Yeah.
I'm assuming Josie Foote is just a typo. Because I had said that initially, and then I read the thing. What was me trying to believe a roster, right? 31:51 left here. A 1-0 lead for Steamboat. If you're wondering, I'm talking to Michelle Pedix up here. She's helping out with the camera, so thank you to Michelle for helping out. But occasionally I forget that I don't have a microphone on anyone else, so it probably sounds pretty weird as a one-sided conversation.
Nice play.
Now going to be worked. Steamboat has it. Drobick pushes it to the outside. Hodges couldn't quite chase that one down, so a throw-in for Lewis Palmer. Riley Britton's going to take it. Britton looks, doesn't like her first option, decides on option 2. That is Sabrina Untal. Untal back to Britton. Upfield now, quickly finding Adriana Cook. And eventually dispossessed. Nice job from Lucy Wilson. She'll chase that one down before Bond and fires up to Rochelle Coley to the middle of the field. Nice pass to Sydney Graham. Trying to fight through players. She does. Sydney Graham with a good effort. And she's going to go for a long ball. Sophie Leeson tried to leave it off for Pedix. Didn't get there. Leeson battling, though. She tackles it away from a possession. Oh, that pass knocked down by Chrysler. What a play with the left leg there from Ellie Chrysler. But it will be followed up. Here comes Hodges for Steamboat. The Sailors pushing again. A second goal here would be absolutely monumental for the Steamboat Sailors. Give a little bit of that breathing room. Here comes Riley Britton again. Through ball and a nice one. Foot race, and it's kicked out by Caroline Lepori. Great effort there. A great decisive play from Lepori. We have a number of times seen goalkeepers who hesitate for a moment, and that's usually what leads to goals on those foot races. Half an hour left. And here's Riley Britton with a chip through into the 18. Cleared out nicely by Sydney Graham, who headed it out of play. Now going to be fired right back in. Knocked down by Ludwig. Followed up by Drobick. Gives it to open space, and Sophie Leeson will chase it down for Steamboat. She sees that she's got some space to work with. Again, has a pass that's intercepted. This time it's Penrose. And Penrose comes up for Lewis Palmer. Fires up that right wing, but hit the outside of her foot. Out of bounds it goes, and the throw-in coming up for Steamboat now. Lucy Wilson taking it from that far sideline. Wilson with a throw to Delaney Moon. Moon trying to get away from pressure. Has help from Wilson. Touched out of play again by Penrose. And so another throw for Steamboat. Do want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. And Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. Ball worked upfield again. Sophie Leeson fighting for it. It hops up and comes back to her. The 50-50 ball turns into a Steamboat possession for a moment. But then here comes Chrysler. She just barrels over one of those players for Steamboat. It was Drobick who went down. And I believe that's going to draw the whistle. Foul, free kick for Steamboat. And it looks as though that far sideline official trotting in, maybe just to assist on his own angle, views it. And it looks as though Wilson will kick this one upfield for Steamboat. Looking for Moon. She gets a touch on the ball. And Rochelle Coley didn't quite have the angle to chase that one down. It's cleared out by Penrose. And so it will be a throw-in from the far sideline. 5 yards deep in this offensive half. Lucy Wilson is going to take the toss for the Sailors. 28-29 left. Wilson throws in, looking for Moon under her leg. Comes through now to Rochelle Coley. She does not get a touch on the ball. Cleared out by Lewis Palmer. Stopped down by Tegan Ludwig. To the midfield line to Sydney Graham. Near side now as they switch the pitch to Hodges. Hodges tries to get away from pressure. Turns a pass up to Kelly Pedix. Pedix in the middle of the field with her play on the ball. Gets it tackled away from her. Worked up the other way by Lewis Palmer. And they'll try to attack this near wing. It's Riley Britton. She's got some speed and space to work with. Has to chase down this through ball, though. She does. Keeps it in play to the end line. Britton serves one in. Nice job from Ludwig. Knocking it down and clearing it upfield for Steamboat. Now Drobik's going to chase down a loose ball that she had a first touch on. Gets it tackled away from her by Sabrina Untal. Untal is going to try and feed one up the field as well, but Steamboat ends up with another possession here. Good defensive set there for Steamboat. Now it's going to be a through ball to Rochelle Coley. She couldn't get away from a defender. Fired up the other way, and Lewis Palmer trying to attack once more. Riley Britton well off sides right now. They have to wait. Now she does get on sides, and here's Britton again coming up this left wing. She's got a 2-on-1. Serves one in. Diving play. Shot in the goal. Followed up. Caroline Lepori couldn't hang on to the ball, and it's 1-1 as Adriana Cook was right there on the doorstep to pick up the loose change. Caroline Lepori just couldn't quite hang on to that one. She was right to left, diving over to make a play at it. 27-18 left, and we're all knotted up at one apiece now. Substitution made here on the Steamboat sideline.
See that coach, Dr. McKelly?
Not sure what's going on.
The coach from the other team talked to our player nastily.
Looks as though there was some
should not have come over and talked to her.
Words back and forth. And so now
don't talk to the players.
It looks as though we have a yellow card that's issued
to the coach.
I don't know.
Coach,
not a yellow card. It looks as though there was some words exchanged between the coach and Kelly Pedix.
The other coach, not our.
The other coach, not Coach Bowman.
Just to be clear.
To clarify that point. 27-18 left. And there will be a restart here on the ensuing kickoff. Steamboat ball. They're left to right here on the radio dial on KTYV 98.9, sports on FM, and online at steamboatradio.com. 1-1 play from Don Breeze Stadium, just outside Lewis Palmer High School. Your Sailors knotted up after the Lady Rangers tied things with a goal from Adriana Cook. Worked upfield again. Steamboat going to try to attack here. Sophie Leeson couldn't get by a defender. Worked the other way. Nice job from Wilson getting in the lane, but her play misfired. Chrysler now has been moved to the attacking position here for Lewis Palmer as they try and push their top players forward. 26:43 left. Ball is thrown in. It's going to be Chrysler with a service knocked down by Holland Reese. And Reese will be the first one there for Steamboat. She's trying to position herself to fire one upfield. Couldn't connect with Coley. Out of bounds it goes. She didn't have a lot of angle to work with up that left wing. Now taken by Lewis Palmer again. Service attempt knocked down. Steamboat has it again. Rochelle Coley with this, trying to turn it up that left wing. Lucy Wilson is going to try and streak up the left wing, but nice job getting over and good angling there from that defensive line for Lewis Palmer. Wilson will have a throw-in, though, for Steamboat at about the 30 in relation to the football field here from Don Breeze Stadium. 25 minutes and change left in this one. 1-1 score. Toss comes in. Rillos trying to play it out of the air. Couldn't get it. And then it goes off of Lewis Palmer out of bounds. And a little misplay that turns into a corner kick coming up as Blake Allen couldn't have a clean play at that ball. And the Sailors are going to have an opportunity here at a corner kick. They've done well so far with the chances they've had. And we'll see if Lucy Wilson can connect this time. Delaney Moon, if you're wondering, is in the box. She had a couple, of course, on that last game out. Here comes the serve. It's high and headed up and out. I think it hit a Sailors player, but just went the wrong way. Hodges now sends it back, taken by Bond, put right back in by Tegan Ludwig. Cleared out once again. Ludwig makes a jump on the ball. Nice play there from Ludwig, but her pass is intercepted. And here comes Bond now. She slows things down in the big circle, sends one to the near side. And an overlap play. Here comes Chrysler. She's going to get to the ball. Chrysler up this left wing, serves one up, and it hops once, and Lepori's there to manage that with relative ease. Caroline Lepori trots to the top of the 18, lets one fly. It's going to be knocked down. Put to Drobeck, gets it up quickly to Izzy Rillos, who gets taken down, foul and a free kick. Steamboat will have this. Wilson steps up, looking to possibly restart quickly. Now she slows down, gives her troops enough time to get upfield. The service is in. Delaney Moon is going to try and take this, serving it back door. There's a goal. What a play. Delaney Moon settles it and gives it back to Rochelle Coley, who follows up. And Coley, with her goal, makes this a 2-1 game. Nice looking play from the Steamboat Sailors, all off of the service from Lucy Wilson. What finesse there. And a great looking play from Delaney Moon, chasing it down. Didn't get over anxious with it. Makes a beautiful pass. That's what they call the FIFA play, if I'm not mistaken. A little FIFA play to the back post, and Rochelle Coley following up gets the goal. And it is 2-1. Your Sailors regain the lead here with just 24:10 left. Coley now touches one to the middle of the field. Tried to get Rillos with that pass. Cleared out, knocked forward again by Sydney Graham with a good header. Worked to that far side, and Bond couldn't quite chase it down for Lewis Palmer. Nice job from Steamboat. They have definitely shown some great response in the last couple games. When Golden came back and tied things up and then came back when it was 4-3, they've responded well. Rochelle Coley has her third goal in the last 2 games here for your Steamboat Sailors. Throwing coming from the near side now for Steamboat. Hodges is going to take the throw for Steamboat. Tosses it in, finding Drobeck back to Hodges. Middle of the field to Sydney Graham. Nice play on the ball. Now sends it as Steamboat will build from the back. It's going to be Ludwig up that far side. Good switch of the pitch there. Coley upfield. Couldn't connect with Gleason. Taken back by Lewis Palmer, and here come the Lady Rangers. Intercepted pass again by Steamboat. Second effort for the Rangers, though. Gets it up the field, and nice job turning the corner by Holland Reese. They say it's still in play. Rochelle Coley into Drobeck. Upfield now to Sophie Leeson. Gathers it with the right leg. Leeson was looking, and Delaney Moon going to try and run into this ball, but good speed on the back end as Britton has been thrown to that left center back position. It's kind of a double-edged sword there. They've got Chrysler, who's just another one of those players that can do so well at all the positions, but Britton's top-end speed created so many chances in the first half. Now she's on the back end for Lewis Palmer. Throw in from Hodges. Couldn't connect. Drobeck follows up. Knocked down and knocked forward by Lewis Palmer once again. That's Finnegan, who tries to put it up the field. Taken by Chrysler. And her pass goes backwards to Moira Hilton. Switches the pitch to the far side. Taken by the Lady Rangers. Knocked down by Lucy Wilson with the left leg. Taken again by Bond. And finally, Moira Hilton has it for the girls in white. Serves one up. Knocked down. Nice job there from Sydney Graham. That would have stretched out Devine up that right wing. Ball is challenged for Rochelle Coley. Takes it for Steamboat. Gives it to Sydney Graham. To the back line, and Holland Reese, her long ball, going to be jumped up and knocked down by Chrysler. A little chip through from Chrysler into the 18, scooped up by Lepori. Great play here, back and forth for these teams. Steamboat in the first 20 minutes of the game really seemed to have a heavy advantage in terms of field position. They played a lot in that Lewis Palmer end. It's really balanced out since then, though. Steamboat was able to score their first goal inside of that 20-minute time frame. Then it's been 2 additional strikes, 1 from either side, and it is Steamboat who still has that lead 2-1 after Rochelle Coley put the Sailors back on top. Substitutions being made. Ashley Spiegel's coming in for your Steamboat Sailors. A couple different players coming in for Lewis Palmer. And it looks as though Rochelle Coley will trot off the field here for Steamboat, to the applause and high fives of the teammates and coaching staff. 20:56 left. Throw in for Steamboat deep in their own territory. Fired to Ashley Spiegel. 1 touch back to Wilson. Clears one up the field, but it will be turned right back by the Lady Rangers. Followed up nicely by Steamboat, however, and here comes Drobick. Drobick has to look up. She's got Rillos. Rillos is going to try and run into this ball, and it's going to be cleared out and across the end line by a defender, so another corner kick coming in here for Steamboat. And while the Sailors have not connected on any of these corners yet, they have definitely developed some really good offensive play on the set opportunities. And here comes Lucy Wilson trotting over again to take this for Steamboat. This time they'll just load the box with 5 red jerseys, 2 outside at the top of the 18. Hodges is a short option for Lucy Wilson. Wilson surveys and is going to just let this one fly to the back post, and it's going to be knocked down, but Audrey Garcia with a nice play there. She's able to get in the lane and stop that one short of going in. Garcia now punts this one upfield. Lands just short of the 50 and will come down to the possession of Chrysler. Turned upfield by the Lady Rangers. They can't follow up with anything, though. It's going to be possession Steamboat once more. Holland Reese passed it near side. Found Delaney Moon. Couldn't have it, though, as it was tackled away from her by Finnegan. And now on the near sideline, taken by Riley Britton. So Britton and Chrysler upfield now for the girls in white as they're trying to overload with their offensive players and just their playmakers overall. Here now is Sydney Graham. Good settling there from Graham. Gets away from pressure once, then missteps on the ball. Taken by Lewis Palmer, but that is going to go over the head of Britton and out of bounds. Well beyond the end of the bench there for Lewis Palmer, throwing for Steamboat. Hodges comes out to take it for Steamboat with 19 minutes left in the game. 2-1 lead for your Sailors. The toss is going to be put right back out of play off the foot of Sabrina Untal, and another throw for Steamboat here in front of this Lewis Palmer bench. Hodges with a deja vu play gets it into Leeson, settles, and a nice little feed there from Leeson. She finds Sydney Graham back to Leeson, and Leeson comes up trying to split a defender, couldn't do it. It's going to be worked the other way. Britton is upfield, and she's going to have it knocked away from her by Tegan Ludwig. What a play there. It looked as though Britton may have had a lane to get free and have a shot on goal, but Ludwig quickly comes in and makes sure that doesn't happen. Here's Chrysler now battling for it. It comes up into the air and will be headed on by Lucy Wilson. Sydney Graham takes a swing at it. Had her leg ran into there by Chrysler. Ball, though, works to the midfield line, and in the big circle, it's going to be Drobick colliding with Adriana Cook. Both go down. Taken now by Sydney Graham. Long ball to the far side. Knocked down by Heather Parrish. She's going to come upfield. Great job challenging there from Drobick on Parrish. Now it's Britton going upfield for Lewis Palmer. But both teams not really having a lot of possessive time here. They're just kind of knocking it back and forth. The Sailors will take that, though, in between the 18s. 17 and a half minutes left in the game. 2-1 lead for Steamboat. And now a throw-in for Parrish on the far sideline. Lady Rangers trying to find offense again. Your Steamboat Sailors done an excellent job here in the second half. They came in with a 1-0 lead. Things got tied up with an earlier goal from Lewis Palmer, but a great response from Rochelle Coley and company on just a really overall great play. Lucy Wilson started on a free kick, got it upfield to Delaney Moon, and she just went back across the grain. Ball comes free. Chrysler's fighting for this one. Comes through to Britton. Shot! And it's on the back line. Cleared out by Steamboat. And a number of players trying to say that was a handball. And what a job from Holland Reese getting in behind Lapori. The coaching staff livid, as are the fans, that there was no handball called there. And now it's going to be put out by Lewis Palmer. They say it hit off of a defender, though, so a corner kick coming up here for the girls in white. 16:23 left. It's amazing how many officials are out there today. 16:15 left, and here comes the corner from the near side. Steamboat left to right on the radio dial. Set play served in, knocked up, and then gathered in by Lepori. And she goes right to the top of the 18 and punts one upfield.
Come on, Red, be there.
Now it's going to be taken by the girls in white once again. This is Sabrina Untal. Swings outside to Finnegan near sideline. Finnegan turns it back into Untal. Her pass upfield, knocked down by Sydney Graham. She's going to lose it, though. Here's Chrysler with the through ball. That one was behind Bond. And it'll be gathered in now on the far side of her 18 by Caroline Lepori. Just over 15 minutes remain here in this one. And here comes Lewis Palmer once again. Chrysler couldn't quite gather that in as she was running the opposite way. Lucy Wilson comes over, makes a nice play at the ball. Gets it to the middle of the pitch to Sophie Leeson. Leeson progresses it further. She'll find Drobic. And Drobic will go up the field looking for Rillos. She goes down in the process of trying to chase that ball. And now it will be taken by Steamboat once again. Sydney Graham with it. At least for a moment, worked the other way by Lewis Palmer again. Nice possession there, or dispossession, sorry, by Lucy Wilson. You hear just enough outside these headphones to really sometimes throw you for a loop. 14:40 left. Here comes Chrysler. Into the 18 for Lewis Palmer. Far side, turns, fires. Hits off of Holland Reese, and it will turn into a corner kick from the far side of the field for Lewis Palmer. So a couple different set play chances here for Lewis Palmer in the last little bit of this second half of play. 2-1 lead for Steamboat. Corner from the far side. Your Sailors are left to right on the radio dial to set that one up, and the service comes to the top of the 18. Battled for, put back now to Finnegan. She serves one up. That's a dangerous looking play off the top of the crossbar and stays out. What an opportunity, though, for Finnegan there from this Lewis Palmer Rangers squad. And after that great chance, she subs off, and in comes Hannah Breedlove. 13:50 left, and Caroline Lepori will kick this one away from the top of her 6. Decides to build from the back. Gives it to Ludwig. Ludwig up the near sideline. Knocked down there by the Steamboat Sailors. That was Hodges. Worked up to Sloan Russell, who's checked into the midfield slot here for the Steamboat Sailors. Comes up to Britton. Kicked out, though, as her one touch had gotten away from her a little bit. Now it's Delaney Moon. Moon has the ball. Loses it in the big circle. Followed up by Parrish. And the long through ball will go all the way into the 18 of Steamboat and be gathered in there by Caroline Lepori. 13:15 left, and ticking down. Lepori just lets one fly up the near side. Hops once. 2 Steamboat players there. Delaney Moon keeps it in play to Drobic. Tried to find Rillos. Now followed up by Delaney Moon once again. Worked by Lewis Palmer to the near side. Rillos will have it there, but she just leaves it off as it goes out across the sideline. Throw in for Steamboat. Hodges coming over to take it for the Sailors. Substitutions before we have that, though. Couple fresh legs coming in for Lewis Palmer. Throw-in still going to happen just about at that midfield line. Hodges will throw it to Drobic. Settles. Swings it outside to Holland Reese, who has to chase this one down deep in her own territory, but she's got time and space to work with. Holland Reese now gives it to Graham to the back line. There's Ludwig. Almost got that ball taken away. Work to the outside again, though. Hodges has it near sideline. 12:15 to go. Hodges up the field with a play to Rillos. Comes free. Now Drobic knocks the ball down at the midfield line. Drobic going to be dispossessed. Good tackle there from Moira Hilton. Hilton goes up the near side to Britton, and Riley Britton now trying to chip through into Chrysler. Cleared out by Steamboat for a moment, followed up by Britton again into the 18. She makes a move, fires one with the right leg off the outside of her foot. Clearing it up, knocked down by Chrysler now. She's trying to fight through a number of Steamboat players. Ball hops up and will come down still in play. Chrysler is going to try and serve it in with the left leg, and a good job from Lepori, able to gather that one in. A little drop kick from Lepori. Gets it to Ashley Spiegel in the middle of the field to Sydney Graham. Now to Drobic. Got away from her. Chased down instead by Katie Havase. Worked up the field again. Here's Chrysler. She's got someone with her. Chrysler tried to fight through. What a play from Holland Reese.
Oh, knocked her down, sir.
And then Chrysler went shoulder to shoulder and knocked down Holland Reese, and that'll be a foul and a free kick just inside the 18 of Steamboat.
These coaches. Those Palmer coaches are.
11 minutes left. Now just under 11 minutes. Caroline Lepore kicks this one upfield. Taken back again by Bond. Worked up the field. Lucy Wilson will try and run into this path of the ball. Gets it and fires it to Sydney Graham. Graham comes upfield quickly, trying to turn a corner. Gets away from one player. Services a through ball and a beauty. Here comes Delaney Moon into the 18 with space to work with. Moon fires one, and it goes over the goal. Moon with too many laces under the ball on that. She kind of leaned back a little bit. You got to stay over the ball on those opportunities.
Chip it. I think she just leaned over and done a chip because she was
10:15 to go. Here is Audrey Garcia now.
First two.
So with this aggressive attack now for Lewis Palmer, that's what we may see a little bit more of with 10 minutes left in the game. Steamboat could have some chances if they're able to get some through balls here. Sloan Russell finding Hodges. She gets beat to the ball by Britton, goes out of bounds though. Throw coming up for Steamboat. Hodges will take it near sideline. Tosses this one up to Delaney Moon. Settles off the chest. Now with the right leg, trying to get through, but she is triple team. She does. Delaney Moon through a triple team. She's looking upfield here. Moon to the top of the 18 now. Tried to let one fly. Lost it there. And then Moon tackles it away from a player. Trying to turn around a corner.
Girl just keeps.
And Delaney Moon couldn't quite do it, but
Girl just did that too.
Players down there for Lewis Palmer. And she hops up to her feet now. Looks as though that was Hannah Breedlove who had gone down. 9:02 to go here in this game. Audrey Garcia to kick one away. Another goal kick here for Lewis Palmer. Now it's going to be settled on the back line. Pass intercepted by Moon once again. Delaney Moon having a good last couple minutes of play here. Though tackled away from her by Adriana Cook. Worked up. A nice overlap from Hodges who comes in.
She knows how to do that.
And eventually we get a whistle.
What?
And they're going to give Hodges a foul.
The girl's selling it.
Now it's going to be Hannah Breedlove who looks to be okay to serve this one in for the girls in white. 8:20 to go in this matchup. Ball's going to come free. Lucy Wilson steps up, and she'll just try and fire one upfield. She was looking for Moon, intercepted by a number of white jerseyed players, and they'll clear one up that will eventually go out of bounds across the sideline. Throw in for Steamboat deep in their own half of play. They'll just be a couple feet off the end line. So we've got under 8 minutes to go in an exciting game here from Don Breeze Stadium. 2-1 lead for your Steamboat Sailors over the Lewis Palmer Lady Rangers. Steamboat trying to fight off, and here's an opportunity. Oh, man, what a play. Holland Reese with a diving effort clears the ball. And now it will go off a Steamboat player. Throw-in coming up for the girls in white. 7.5 minutes left in this one. Steamboat left to right on the radio dial in their away red uniforms, white numbers. And now the official going back and forth with this whole sideline, it seems. Substitutions coming on for your Sailors.
Oh, it's Karen showing. I thought those were coaches.
Now we will have a throw as fresh troops off the bench for Steamboat. Spiegel and Hodges check out. Autumn Graham comes back in. Who else came in? Oh, Rochelle Coley came back in as well. Here's Delaney Moon. She's She's going to try and fight through a number of players. Lost the ball, came to Sydney Graham, though. She turns it up to Sloan Russell. Russell with a long through ball. Izzy Rillos is going to try and chase it down. She's got the speed to get there. Serves one in. Gets away from the goalie, but Coley was not quite on the back post. Nice looking opportunity from Steamboat. And we'll have a Sailors throw-in now coming from the far sideline. 6:11 left here. Want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, and Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. Also Steamboat Dental Center, Mountain View Car Wash, and Russell's Auto Salon, all proud supporters of Sailors Athletics. Chrysler in a foot race with Holland Reese. And now it's going to be, we'll see what the official says. Yes, a throw-in for Steamboat. Lucy Wilson's going to take this toss with 5.5 minutes left and a 2-1 lead for your Steamboat Sailors in this game. Another throw-in for Steamboat.
It's bad sportsmanship.
Looks as though the official will have some words there with Heather Parrish. 5:17 left. They stopped the clock for her. Thought she might be getting a card. Just words, though. Throwing now for Steamboat, waiting for the options. Finally, a long ball up the near sideline. Hits off Drobick. Stays out. And it will be a throw-in now for Lewis Palmer. Lady Rangers go up. Chrysler's there fighting for it. Nice job from Wilson. Continue to battle through. Another throw-in for Lewis Palmer from the far sideline, deep here in Steamboat territory. This toss is going to come to Alyssa Young. Young works it to the near side. Lewis Palmer trying to find their options. Great tackle there. Rochelle Coley takes it right away, but her pass didn't have enough steam on it. Intercepted. Turned back the other way by Breedlove. And then she is going to have a little misfire on it. Taken by Delaney Moon. Moves it to the middle of the field. Taken right back by Lewis Palmer. And a long through ball attempt knocked down by Sydney Graham. Steamboat will have this. Graham is going to be in a foot race here, and it'll be jumped around by Heather Parrish. Parrish eventually lost the ball, though. Followed up by this Lewis Palmer squad, and Caroline Lepori out to play that. She'll gather it in. 4 minutes left in the game. 2-1 lead for your Steamboat Sailors over Lewis Palmer. Big booming kick comes to the near side, settled by Delaney Moon. She tried to get it back from Drobick, couldn't, but now Moon with a nice little read on the ball gets it up to Rochelle Coley. Coley waiting for some help. Rochelle Coley now goes up that left wing. She gets the help from Leeson, back to Coley. Too far for her. A player stumbles. Rillos with a chip through over and up through the uprights, as Adriana Cook had just kind of stumbled on that play. Open up an opportunity for Steamboat. 3.5 minutes left. Goal kick coming up for Audrey Garcia. Do want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, helping you get back to full strength when you're feeling short-handed, as well as Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain View Car Wash, and Steamboat Dental Center. All proud supporters of Sailors Athletics here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM and online at SteamboatRadio.com. Delaney Moon's going to turn a corner. She's going to come into the 18. Delaney Moon with her left foot lets one fly, blocked down, rebound cleared out. Nice job defensively, as that was Cook who got in the lane. Up it goes again to Lewis Palmer. Comes back, pushed forward. Here's Kelly Pedix, who's checked in at some point for Rillos. Okay. See, if I didn't have Michelle up here, I don't know what I'd do. I would not know who was on the field, that's for sure. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Audrey Garcia is going to punt one away. A good attempt there from Steamboat, but she was able to get out and got it in with the hands. Here now is Chrysler. Ellie Chrysler looking up the field. She's going to try and find Britton. Didn't have the jump on the ball. Cleared out by Steamboat's Tegan Ludwig. Throwing now for for Lewis Palmer near sideline. But before that, we have Sabrina Untal coming on, as well as Sophie Leeson. Off comes Drobick. Throw-in comes to Chrysler. Immediately, Leeson's in there. She clears it out. Second attempt at a throw-in here from the near side for Riley Britton. Britton trying to go up to Chrysler. Again, Leeson gets a foot on it. This time doesn't clear. And a nice attempt there. Chrysler tried to get it in, let one fly. Hits off of Autumn Graham. Graham a little worse for wear on that. Turns into a corner kick. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And a huge moment in the game. Corner kick from the near side. Steamboat left to right on the radio dial. Up 2-1. But here comes the corner service. Is into the back post and comes through all the way. And goes out across the end line. Goal kick coming. Crisis averted for Steamboat. 80 seconds left in the game. Steamboat's up 2-1. On a goal from Rochelle Coley, answering the call after Lewis Palmer had tied it up on the foot of Adriana Cook. Steamboat will build from the back. Pass comes to Tegan Ludwig, deep in her own territory near corner. Upfield, she finds Sydney Graham. Tried to touch it out to Autumn. Autumn still battling. Ends up kicking it out of bounds. Throw-in coming near sideline for Lewis Palmer. Toss comes in. Battle for... that one hit off of Sophie Leeson. Chrysler now fighting for it, and another earned corner kick. 40 seconds left in the game. Another corner kick for Lewis Palmer. They've got to hurry, though. Not a lot of time left here on this one. 30 seconds. And it's going to be taken from the near side for Lewis Palmer. And the service is in. Punched out by Lepori. Ball is down. And it's going to be cleared up by Steamboat. 20 seconds remaining. And Kelly Pedix will have this ball. She'll fight for it. And pushes it back to Delaney Moon. Moon touches one on. And Steamboat's going to win this. 10 seconds left. But a turnover I spoke too soon. Here's Britton upfield to Bond. She's got to turn the corner real quick here. Trying to feed it up to Chrysler. Couldn't get it there. And your Steamboat Sailors beat Lewis Palmer 2-1 here from Don Breeze Stadium. What a game and what an effort from the Steamboat Sailors. A full 80 minutes it took. But Steamboat comes up with a big victory here against Lewis Palmer and has now won 6 in a row. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for Monica back at the board. This has been Steamboat Sailors Girls Soccer right here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also online at steamboatradio.com. Steamboat Sailors Girls Soccer right here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also online at steamboatradio.com.
Hi, this is Doc from Doc's Auto Clinic. When your car isn't feeling well,